And we've been working to add also an art element, maybe a fine art element, to the landscape. The idea that we thought of was to possibly put in a ceramic element, something that was sculptural, something that would be a public art piece that would be permanent in the space where this rain garden would go.
As a group, I'm the only ceramic artist, and my inclination and instinct is to say, well, clay and ceramics is one of those art media that happens to last a very, very long time, civilizations, in fact. And it seemed like all of the rest of the group was interested, though none of them had had a lot of experience with clay.
Originally, we'd come up with brainstorming some ideas for the rain garden, maybe a sundial, maybe a sculpture of some kind.
We wanted people to interact with the space, and we wanted the space itself to reflect in some way what was happening at the rain garden, which in this case was a transformation of water.
And finally we came up with thinking about making a pathway that's literally an image that's very similar to the way the river meanders through the Twin Cities. This pathway would meander through the rain garden.
In thinking about how the water would be transformed from an impure state to a more pure state, we decided to do tiles that would reflect that kind of gradation.
They range from very pale blue to darkest blue on the glaze of the tiles.
And we made these tiles with the Eastside Conservation Corps.
The Eastside Conservation Corps is part of the Community Design Center, which is an organization in St. Paul that hires teenagers for environmental restoration and beautification projects.
They are all from the east side of St. Paul, all the young people are. They either live here or go to school here. They are at the ages of 14 to 18. Most of them are young Hmong interns.
The Eastside Conservation Corps are the interns who will be doing most of the planting of the rain garden. But before the planting can begin, the ceramic tiles for the pathway need to be made.
We asked them to think about the rain garden and the work that they do as conservation workers, and how that space and their work might be reflected on a tile.
They cut it out into organic shapes. There's some ovals, some circles, some that are triangular or square, and then they were allowed to write whatever they wanted. They were encouraged to be as creative as possible, to put their own ideas into these tiles and become a permanent part of a landscape that their work is reshaping.
Hi, my name is Mang Zhang, and I work with the Community Design Center and Conservation Corp. Yeah, today we're making ceramics tiles.
Mine is look beyond the present. I basically just thought about my shoe print, and I am making it right now.
Well, what I made here is, it's like a leaf, kind of, and it's my name, C. My name is C. and plus I wanted people to like see what's happening, and I want them to like change and try to help the river.
The University of Minnesota students were helpful in sort of getting the kids rallied around the art project aspect of it, which was wonderful. And a chance for them to see other ways to look at the environment and ways art interacts with that, which was really cool to have that.
The Conservation Corps, our work has been in partnership with the Lower Phelan Creek Project, and we do many projects with them. The main project has been Bruce Vento Nature Sanctuary.
The Bruce Vento Nature Sanctuary is 27 acres of land on the eastern edge of downtown St. Paul. This land has a storied past, but had become abandoned and condemned in the last half of the 20th century. Currently, many different people and organizations, including the Eastside Conservation Corps, are working hard to restore it and provide a place to escape from the city.
We were just doing a series of interviews with people in the community, kind of asking them how do they know about the Community Design Center, and a lot of them said, well, because our kids are involved, or we know kids who are involved. And then they would start talking about the kids, and the kids' passion for this is, you know, that's unusual for high school kids to get outdoors and be passionate about a place like this. And she says, you can't contain their excitement. And she says, we can't quite put our finger on why that is, but they're just crazy about this place.
I love the nature. I've been down here 2 summers. It's basically become almost kind of home. You meet friends here. meet new people, meet old people, walk around, work, have fun.
Well, down here, it's like, it totally zooms out and like you're just in nature. It's like, even though you're like right, you can see the city right across right over there. But then when you're here, it's a totally different feeling, you know. It's just very comforting and relaxing over here. So it's a really nice place to restore, and I really encourage people to come because it's a nice place to be.
I think that the most important thing that we are doing here is bringing young people into a process that traditionally has not really engaged young people. Many young people, way too many young people, way too many adults know very little about their own ecology and the environment in their own community. We have now had 4, and we probably will have 5 young people who have gone to work with the National Park Service in the past 2 years, and we have young people that are going to college now that are interested in being in the environment. So that's the other big piece that is a part of all that we are doing here.